with Goatman TV. I'm out here getting ready to lay some mock scrapes with my new Pure Whitetail products. And I was walking through to the spot I'm gonna lay my scrape. And I already spooked 3 deer. They just took off through this thicket right in front of me. I don't have eyes on them, but if you watch my West Virginia hunts video, I'm in the same exact spot where that video was filmed. Clearly it's a heavily used area. I'm gonna get out here to this field edge and start laying some mock scrapes and try and get some big bucks on camera. It's really hot. Alright, so we're gonna do our first mock scrape right here underneath this tree. It's got a little mulberry bush right here. The deer love those, and it's got the perfect layout for a scrape. And we've got a nice trail coming through right here. So I was looking for a nice tree to hang a trail camera on. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, so I'm gonna have to go get a post and just make my own stand for it. So we'll have to come back and do that tomorrow. But I want to get this mock scrape in and get these deer coming to it. That way I can make sure that it's going to be working and we picked a good spot. So I'm going to show you what I do and how they recommend it over at Pure Whitetail, which is all the products I use for my mock scrapes. The first thing that I'm going to do is put on rubber gloves. Rubber gloves not only keep your scent off of the tree branches and everything else that you're touching, but if any pee spills, you won't have it all over your hands and you won't smell like deer pee all day long, because nobody wants to do that. So now that I have my rubber gloves on, I'm going to use a rake, just a regular yard rake, and I'm just tear up this ground just a little bit. You don't have to do full clearing or nothing. This is just a starter scrape. And before I do that, I'm going to explain to you why I'm on the exterior of this field. I'm new to the whole summer mock thing. This is actually the first summer I've done it. I've made mocks before, so that's not new, but doing them in the summer is new. And this strategy from Chris Saylor with Pure Whitetail is a huge help. I've seen a lot of success from it already just from the few months I've been with them, so I knew I had to do it myself. So I'm going to do this. I'm starting with exterior because these bucks they're not in rut, they're not really looking for a woman, but you're just trying to get these bucks moving to where you want them at. And you want them coming there religiously, taking over, and that's going to bring those mature bucks out, and it's going to have them fighting for their territory and keeping them closer because they know someone else is in town. I'll run exteriors all the way up to almost all the way up until into October, whenever I'll start moving to the interior, and I'll switch from buck to doe urine and estrus whenever the rut's starting to kick in. You're in pre-rut, going into rut, and you're going to want the bucks are going to be looking for hot does. They're not going to be looking for other bucks. They're going to be looking for does, and that's when you want to make your transition to interior scrapes and switching to doe estrus. These are all tips I learned from Pure Whitetail and being on their field staff. So let's get started with this scrape. So the first thing I'm going to drop in here is the Pure Whitetail Bachelor's Group. According to Grant Neal at Pure Whitetail, no one has killed a buck over a Bachelor's Group yet. So let's hope Codeman's the first. The next thing I'm going to drop in here is the Pure Whitetail Power Shot. These are small balls of deer pee that will keep this scrape fresh, to where I don't have to come and refresh it with pee as often as you usually would. This will slowly rejuvenate down into the ground and keep the pee fresh. The last thing I'm going to do for this scrape is take the Pure Whitetail Spellbound, and I'm going to sprinkle it in this tree. Oh, I got to do my flex wick. So I'm going to take this Spellbound and I'm going to sprinkle it on a few of these bushes, and that's going to really get those deer riled up and keep them really active to this scrape. And then I'm going to take my flex wick and soak it in urine from Cash, which is one of Pure Whitetail's bucks, and I'll hang it in this tree here, and then we'll come back later in the week and we'll check it, and I'll bring a stake out so we can hang a trail camera on it and see the real action it's getting. Here's my Pure Whitetail flex wick. They make these so you can bend them into the tree branches and you don't have any annoying things hanging down or nothing like that. So here's my flex wick. I'm going to take this buck urine from Cash. I'm just going to soak this flex wick. You let that soak in there, and then you just wrap it into your tree branch. So right there, my flex wick's installed to the branch. My scrape's down. I've got my power shot and my bachelor's group in the scrape. I have my spellbound on this mulberry bush. I've got my flex wick in this tree. This is going to be a really active spot, and as soon as we get that trail camera on it, you guys are going to see the results. So right now we're going to walk a little bit down the edge of this field here and lay down the next scrape. Well, my tripod just broke, so I'm going to do it this way. But right behind me you'll see a little clearing, and there's a little tree right in there. I'm going to take my cutty back, I'm going to hang it on this little tree right behind me and have it pointed right at this scrape. Now this isn't usually how I would do it. I'm going to go home and get some posts and come back and rehang my cameras. But you want it to be right on this scrape. Now you don't want it to be so close, because you want to be able to see those deer that are going to be taller, or the ones that are going to be smaller. You want to be able to see that whole thing. But for right now, where I'm putting it, it's going to work just fine. I may not be able to see them if they go standing up trying to get that spellbound or something, but for the most part I'm going to be able to see what these deer are doing and if they're moving through here and if they're checking out this scrape. But that's how I hang my cameras. I hang them right on the scrapes during the summer, and then come fall, come winter, I'll move them in where I want them on my interior scrapes. I might keep one or two still on the exterior just to see if the deer are still moving where I think they are. But for the most part, they're going to get moved to the interior on my interior scrapes and near my stands. So I know if the deer are moving through those areas and if I need to move my stand or not. So I hope that helps you guys with your summer deer scouting and your mock scrapes and how to place your trail cameras. You can use this same strategy, or you can change it up and do it however you want. That's all up to you. But this is how I do it. Come closer to season, come fall, I'll show you guys how I hang my cameras there and how I transfer my mocks to the inside. So I hope this helps you for now with your summertime scouting. This is Cody with Servicide signing off.